One's Wormhat, so I just want to talk for a few minutes. I just have a few minutes. I might just do more videos like this. I don't have a ton of time to be up at my computer and doing, but I'll just do quick little videos like this, talking when I have 5 minutes to myself. So I just want to talk about Training Land more. When you know the truth, everything just fits into place, things make sense. You realize that society that's been built around us has always been there to serve the trannies. And so this is just about that. I just want to give some few examples. So one example that I've never heard people bring up is the fact that the CIA is called, or it used to be called, the Pickle Factory. Do you know what that means? They were making pickles, penises. They were taking female fetuses and they were making them come out with a pickle. Okay? Pickle Factory. Think about it. That's just another general thing about transvestigation that people get wrong all the time. You would always see people, it's a war on women. Okay. They have that totally backwards. It's a war on men, real men. Okay, sure, it's a war on everybody. It's a war on regulars, but the inversion rates are just higher in men. And I guess you could disagree with that statement, but that's just what I see when I walk outside. There's tons and tons of T-Rex trannies. It's because there was a huge program to create these things, to flood the world with. That's what I think the baby boomers probably are, is a huge influx of free martins. And they're just wiping out regular men. There's biblical verses that say that men are going to be more precious than the gold of Ophir. So, anyways, that's one thing I wanted to mention. The Pickle Factory. They were creating free martins. That's what that is. Another thing, I've talked about this a few times, a little bit, but this will just be the end of this video. Passing and teaching. They teach the creature children other things other than what they teach in school. So passing is what everything is to these creatures. It's all about passing. And so there's things that you notice. I always noticed that guys at my school, they weren't guys, they were female-to-male trainees. They always take this walk where they walk really slow, the FTM, that are trying really hard to pass. They walk slow, and they walk with their feet so far apart from one another. And it's kind of like, I don't know, there's those old hippie posters with the guys walking, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but they walk kind of with their feet out, and even their legs will be wide apart, and their feet a lot of times will be pointed out. And I think it's just to get rid of their Q angle when they walk. And, of course, the women, they'll teach them, try to shake your butt when you walk, and, don't try to look like a she-hulk. And if you do look like a she-hulk, make sure that you take up swimming so that when people are like, dang, you got shoulders, you can say, well, I was a swimmer. And that fixes everything. You just got to tell these bones don't lie. Bone structure. If you have male bone structure, you're a man. If you have female bone structure, you're a woman. It's as easy as that. That's it. That's transvestigation. Learn anatomy. It's been there in our faces the whole time. We were getting distracted by big hair and clothing. So, yeah, that's one way. I can tell you that I know that they teach their children secrets. So just like that, I always notice that the FTM walk weird because they're trying to walk without a Q angle. These days, though, I see so many, they don't teach them these days very well. These days, it's just kind of chaos. There's men, I don't know. A lot of men these days, the way they walk, if you just pay attention to the way they walk, you'll be like, you're walking all with your butt. Like your butt's swaying back and forth. That's women. That's how women walk. And normally they would train them to not walk like that, but I don't know. So, yeah, that is one aspect. One thing in society that's always been there for the trainees is, all girls schools, all boys schools. No, they're flipped. Catcher in the Rye, remember it's a book about phonies. They're all phonies. They're not really men. They're just at that boarding school trying to learn how to pass. That's a lot of their classes probably revolved around, think of it, posture and etiquette, making your hair look nice. So passing, it's all about passing to them. Yeah. So, yeah, what else? I want to talk about personal things. So, one, I know that they teach their kids these things because in like middle school, there was just this one guy that was going around and saying, he was making claims about like certain ones of your fingers, and that's going to tell you how big your penis is or something like that. Another part, and so I think that they must start teaching them these things around middle school, because a lot of these stories come around like middle school time. Around middle school time, another one of my friends, totally a she, like looking back, so I went to training high. They all were trainees. I was probably one of the few real boys. She pointed out my leg hair, and she was like, "Oh, you have a lot of leg hair. That's like," and then she said that means that you're like you have a lot of testosterone or something. So that's like a weird thing for a middle schooler to come tell me. So they teach the middle schoolers the signs and the things like that. I have one more story like that. A friend of mine did this weird thing. I forget the context of why he brought it up, but if you hold your tongue in your mouth without touching the sides, like without, lift it up off the floor of your mouth and make sure it's not touching anything, when you do that motion, it widens your jaw. And it's like, why would a young boy know about doing a specific thing with your like tongue to make your jaw look bigger? It's just at the time, I don't think he told me that it was to make his jaw look bigger. I don't know what the context of it was, but now I know that's what that accomplishes, because I've seen something about it while investigating transvestigation, and then that clicked. That's just when you wake up to the trainee truth, and that's your perspective, everything just like clicks. All my old memories, they just start to click into place. So yeah, I just want to do more videos like this because this is the good info, I think. Go study. I already have 1 million videos. You have no idea. I get so many comments all the time. Hans Wormhat, you need to do a transvestigation on Joe Rogan. It's like, okay, why don't you search YouTube, Joe Rogan transvestigation? I've already done one. So we're done with that. We gotta move on. And I think these are the good stories. I think that's mostly what I want to talk. Another thing that you can tell, that there's just 1 million trainees everywhere. Just go start searching through YouTube, like how to walk like a man, how to walk like a woman, there's just too much of this information out there. Like, it's a huge subject. It shouldn't be a big thing, but it is a big thing. So eventually you wake up, you realize this whole reality has been built around these trainees, and it's, I don't know, it's insane. It's really insane. It's a secret too big. They thought that it was a secret that was too big, but God woke us up to it, so, I don't know, it wasn't too big. All right, God bless everybody. I hope you enjoy videos like this, so let me know what you think.